It's lovely to finally get a chance to address everyone. I am the screenwriter for Cats 2019, Lee Hall, and I wrote Cats 2019 all by myself, no help from anyone else. And I just thought, because it's been getting such a response, I would give my personal view of how I found the film when I watched it. I only watched it today. I spent about 14 years writing it to get it pitch perfect. But I only saw it today. I don't know what it looked like until recently. So I made a few notes. Mostly on character design, I think. I don't really have a lot to say. Essentially, Ian Mckellen was wonderful. My personal favourite aspect of the film was Ian Mckellen, and also my screenwriting. It was fine. Jason Derulo, wonderful British accent, really. Oh my god, I almost forgot. Sorry, 1 second. Forgot my Cliff Richard Christmas card from the director Tom Hooper there. Yeah, so there was also a big gay railway cat wearing red dungarees, which I hadn't anticipated, but he was wonderful. I didn't like all of. I'm gonna move this. I didn't like all of it. I will be honest. One of the big problems for me was Taylor Swift has breasts, and I honestly don't think this was a good idea. Personally, I could have done without it. I accept it. It's a decision that was made at some point along the line. I don't think it was a good decision, but I accept it. I'm happy with it. Okay, it's done. But she also has breasts in this film. And I don't like that. I think it's a bit selfish of her to not only have breasts in real life, but also in a film. 4 is just too many for her. Personally speaking, I didn't write in give Taylor Swift giant cat tits, but that's what they did. What else would I say? They did add in quite a lot of new songs that I hadn't originally envisioned to be in the film. There's a song where they sing about Rub Tug Tug having chlamydia, having cat chlamydia. Didn't write that in at all, but it's in there anyway. There's a bit where Rebel Wilson's character has a whole 15-minute, really emotional, drawn-out monologue, 15 minutes long, about how she can't lactate anymore. And admittedly, I did shed a tear, no other liquids, but just a tear when I was watching that, because firstly, I hadn't written it in, and secondly, Rebel did such a wonderful job of emoting all of the pain that comes with, missing lactating. But other than that, most of the music was okay. They had my personal favourite in there, Magical Mr Mistofolees. That was good. I really liked the way they made him fly across the screen. I thought that was... I hadn't written that in either, but... it was just... It made me so happy. Just so much joy. Also written down that some of them had human skin hands. This was strange. I don't know why they did this, but a lot of the time there'd be a close-up and their face would be like, normal cat face human hybrid, run-of-the-mill, normal, nothing to see here. But then you'd see a picture of their hands, and instead of them being, cat paws or, tabby-coloured human hand-claw hybrids again, they would just be human hands. I'm not saying this was a bad decision of my wonderful director, but I'm saying it's a decision you would have to put a gun to my head for me to make myself. Really. Unfortunately, I was attracted to one of the cats, several of the cats. Some of you may be asking why. Didn't like Judi Dench, didn't like her, not good, was a bad decision didn't like it. Which of the characters, just thinking back, I can't remember which ones I actually fancied. So, it wasn't really many, it was just Mr Mistofolees, really, played by Laurie Davidson. Oh, my camera's gone a bit weird. Played by Laurie Davidson. It was literally just him. Maybe Munkerstrap. Just because he had great cat human cheekbones, which I hadn't envisioned in my head at all when I was writing it. But that's about. Also, Skimbleshanks, he was quite sexy. He was a sexy man cat. Probably gay. He had red dungarees on and he was tap dancing on a railway track, so probably not. He was fit. Weirdly, Jason Derulo as well. And also, not Taylor Swift, but the other one. Not Grisabella, because she cried too much. Victoria the White Cat, but only because she has a ballerina's physique, and she was just mesmerising to watch. And as a married man and husband of 5, I have to admit, sometimes I do look at female ballerinas and think, God damn, if that were a animated cat body woman, that would really get me going. But it didn't, but I just hypothetically it would. So not really many of them floated my boat, just about 8 of the 15 cast. 8, maybe 9. Maybe 9. Ian Mckellen was... There's a part where they talk where Taylor Swift comes out and she's naked because she's a cat and she's very curvy and she wears human shoes and it looks great. And she has this song called McCavity, which is really, really sexy, very jazzy, and she sings and breathes and she goes, McCavity, which I wrote that line, so I'm quite proud. She has this catnip and she pours it all over them, and in the script I wrote, she seductively pours the catnip over the cats below, who begin to grind at the floor, gyrate and moan wildly. I wrote that ironically, so I'm not sure why it's in there. I had hoped Tom would have understood that it was ironic, but maybe he didn't. That's okay. Anyway, the point is that when you see it, because you will go and see it, when you see the floor grinding, it's ironic floor grinding. It's a satire. Yeah, it's not real. I think that's yeah, I think that's everything really. Just a big sexy thumbs up to all those hot, sexy cats. Not the actors, just the cats. I am a happily married man. Thank you for watching.